The stream should be started now. Did I even bother looking at the cameras?
I don't know. Did you?
That's a really
Did
good question.
you?
They kind of work. They all fit into the right place. Kim's off. I need to. Kim's is off slightly. It's more
No,
facing
I'm
Kim's
usually
wall.
off. So, I mean,
Oh, my mouse is going to drive me crazy today. Everything is going to bother me today.
nope, we are live.
Cool. Let's just do a little... No, can't do that. No. There we go. Damn it. Stop messing with me, computer. Perfect. All right. Cool. I think that all works-ish, so sure. Cool. Maybe we can podcast. What do you think?
Do it.
Let's do it.
If we must, we must.
We must.
Let's do this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go!
Would you kindly? I think we're just getting started.
Medic!
I'm a witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
He sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Well, hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to episode 898 of the Overseas Connection podcast, the grilled cheese of podcasts. I am one of your hosts, Greg DeLacy, gamertag Murphy's Law, OC_Murphy's Law on Twitter. And we're a video game podcast, folks. If you tune into this in the past, you know it already. We talk about video games. We talk about life. If you are new to the podcast, hey, we talk about video games. We talk about life. We try and keep it lighthearted. We try and keep it fun. We do have a live chat you can take part in. You can be part of the show, or you can listen to a audio version of the show that I'll release at some point in time tomorrow when I finally get around to doing it. Now, that being said, I'm not alone in this endeavor. I am surrounded by two lovely individuals. I say two because there should be three, but one of us decided he needed a little time off, a little R&R, a little time on his back, feet up, probably had a beer in hand. But that's it for a conversation for next week when he shows back up. In the meantime, Kim Wood's on the podcast. Kim, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. That's me at GamerGirl27 pretty much everywhere. And yeah, I'm here to do a show. So let's go.
Okay. I'm going to mute my phone now. Faux pas on my
Okay.
part. But yeah, welcome to
all
the
right.
show, Kim. Also on the show with the banhammer finger, Mr. Christopher Matthew. Chris, how are you?
Amazing, Greg. How are you? How you feeling? Feeling all right?
I'm good. A little tired. We'll get into that. We'll talk about that. A lot of the conversation around grilled cheese sandwiches, pools, drinking, a lot of drinking. But nonetheless, we forge ahead. Hey, we do this every 8 p.m. in the UK, Chris, just in case you're wondering.
I was wondering.
Many people wonder this, and they also wonder, well, what could that possibly be here in the United States? Kim, it's actually 2 p.m. where you live right now, maybe a little past 2 p.m., like
It is.
2:06.
Little bit.
It happens to be
There
12:06
you go.
on the West Coast of my time, so we do start 12 p.m. on the West Coast, 3 p.m. on the East Coast, and we already covered that nagging Central Time Zone. So I think we're good to go. We'll forge ahead.
Woo.
Did I mention YouTube, Twitch? Because that's where we're at. We are in the gaming sphere of video lanes. That's how I'm going to phrase this right now. This also is potentially just conversation coming out of my head post drinking. So bear with
Stream of
people.
consciousness.
Bear with. Okay. Mr. Matthew, before
Mr.
we go
DeLacy.
any further, we need to have a conversation around some birthdays.
Well, nobody in the community apparently not a lot of Christmas excitement around the community, at least with the community's parents, or New Year's excitement with the community's parents. So talk to your parents about this. But out in the wide world, a few birthdays worth mentioning. Sam Worthington. Let's see if either of you know who Sam Worthington is.
Yep.
Kim knows who
Yes.
Sam Worthington is.
I think I know who Sam
Yep.
Worthington is. Is he not is he an actor?
He is, in fact, an actor.
Mhm.
The first thing that comes to mind are the remakes of The Clash of the Titan. He is
Yes.
Theseus. And then I think he also plays John Connor in one of the later Terminator movies. He's done some other things, but those are the first two things that come to mind.
Okay.
Tom Brady, of course, of NFL fame. Jeff Gordon, best known for his role as Jeff Corvette in the cinematic masterpiece Cars 2. Of course.
Is that really what he's best known
Yes.
for?
That's the first thing.
As
that
far as
anyone
I'm
can think of
concerned,
when they
I
think of
mean,
Jeff
yep.
Gordon.
I know him as the Rainbow Warrior in NASCAR.
I do too, but I don't like to dwell on it.
Yeah, okay.
Why? Because he's Tide Pod. Whatever.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, his
Yes.
NASCAR paint package for the longest time was like a rainbow color, and so
Because it was sponsored by Tide.
yeah.
Let's see. And Herb Brooks, moment of silence for Herb Brooks, legendary hockey coach, coach for the Miracle on Ice. There you have it.
Hey, well, okay. Let's do this first.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay. The complexities of the English language. I would just like to point out, herb, take your pick.
Mhm.
So the English pronounce both of those as Herb.
Herb.
Both the name and the things that you put on your food,
Right.
or in your medicine.
But because
I don't
we're
know
special
why in
here,
American English we drop the H, but we do. We have
Yes.
herbs and spices
Yep.
with a silent H. But if it's your name, it's Herb. It's Uncle Herb who
Right.
liked his secret recipe of 23 herbs and spices.
But what if he
Yep.
wanted to be an herb?
Well, we haven't quite got there yet. Would require several changes to the genome that we haven't quite mastered. Maybe someday.
Maybe he'll just identify as an herb. All right. Hey, I think it's about
and
time
parsley.
for parsley.
Everyone here loves story time, our favorite time of the day.
So yes, story time. I will just start. So randomly, I start texting you guys yesterday, indicating today might be rough. We had friends over. They came up. My wife's best friend from high school. They came up, stayed the weekend, and yesterday we had a kind of like a dinner music date to go out to Swabby's by the river, drink Mai Tais, and listen to live music. There's a band called Apple Z. They were awesome. Fantastic. A lot of 80s, 90s rock, but danceable rock music. So really good stuff. And then drank a lot of Mai Tais. So our pretty much our alcohol bill, because the food was not that expensive. We crested $400 last night, which was nice.
Like 6 Mai Tais, right?
It was
So-
like 5 a person at least. Yeah. And then we came home. Well, no, I take that back. We did not come home. We went to the Almond Tree Bar. So there was a stop on the way to getting home. We stopped at another bar, then drank there a little more. Then we came home. And at this point, I was ready to just call it a night. I was happy to say, hey, everybody just go crawl into bed, sleep it off. There were other thoughts in this household. Mainly, we need grilled cheese sandwiches made. 12:30 at night,
Sure.
grilled cheese sandwiches start being cooked up. Then there's a friendly scuffling between my wife and her best friend about trying to throw her best friend into the pool. I came
dear.
up behind both of them and pushed both of them into the pool. Then
As you
Debbie's
do.
husband Jerry just jumped into the pool, and at that point I thought, I'm not going to get in the pool. I'm just going to sit
Nope.
this one out. I did have another cocktail watching them in the pool, eating grilled cheese sandwiches in the pool, which was kind of hilarious.
God.
And yeah, so everybody woke up this morning a little rough around the edges. I woke up at 6, and I was like, man, is this going to be a rough morning? I don't know. Maybe. And then I popped a couple Advil just in case. Water, cup of coffee. For the most part, I feel good, just very tired. It's a tired kind of day.
Yeah.
Outside of that, fantasy football fully back in play. Both leagues up and running. So we already started my big dynasty league. We've been doing some drafting on that already. Gary DiFelice runs that league, and then we moved my existing league from the NFL site, because the NFL site, for as much money as they make, and as much as they really promote fantasy football, their fantasy football offering is absolutely horrible. It's clunky. It doesn't run well. And so we made the decision to move our fantasy football league from there to a different site. And so that all has transpired. And just now looking forward to
what
drafting.
site? Pray tell. Pray
It's
tell.
a
What
site
site
called
are you using?
Sleepers.
It's
Sleeper Scores, I think is what it's called, something to that effect.
All
They
right.
have an app, they have the website, but it's all streamlined down. So there's not a lot of like video on the site that helps it run more efficiently. I think that's the biggest problem with the NFL site, is they have so many videos that auto start, embedded within their site, as well as just the gazillion ads that they try and push off on everybody. Even when you have a pop-up blocker, it doesn't seem to work. So yeah. It's good. That's literally all that happened this past week. Nothing
That
else.
sounds like an exciting week.
It was a good
Pool
week.
party with grilled cheeses.
Pool party with grilled cheeses. There was no throwing up, which that was actually the real cherry
That's
on
always
the.
good.
Yeah,
Right.
that was.
That was a winner.
That's always good.
Yeah.
So let me ask
definitely.
this. Let me ask this. What goes on your grilled cheese? Is it just like Kraft Singles and Wonder Bread, or are you churching it up a little bit? What's going on?
Truth be told, I did not make up the grilled cheeses, so I was not behind the stewardship of making the grilled cheeses. However, it was Kraft cheese, the pasteurized American cheese that is like waxy when it goes on, and then melts into a lovely cheese mixture. It was sourdough bread though, not your standard riffraff bread. So-
Superior bread.
Yep, and of course, butter on the slices to give it that crispy goldenness.
You butter both sides of the bread, or just the outside?
I think it was.
I take my grilled cheeses very seriously.
Yeah, I think it was just the outside that was buttered on this go round.
All right.
When I have made grilled cheese in the past, one of the things I actually like to do is a thin layer of mayonnaise on the inside.
I've heard that.
On the inside, interesting. Now, sometimes I put it on the outside, but I like to butter one side of the bread, put that down.
Yeah.
Actually, no, scratch that. Butter both sides of the bread, put it down. When the butter on top starts to melt, you flip it,
Okay.
and then you put your cheese on. 'Cause
Ah.
then
I
the
like
cheese
it.
goes on warm bread and it starts to melt right away.
Melts faster.
Um,
That's good.
Yeah, and then you kind of pay attention to it. If it looks like the bread is going to burn, but the cheese isn't quite melted, you just put the lid on the skillet, and that melts the cheese.
Yes.
I do
yeah,
like to occasionally experiment with the cheese. So like the Kraft
in
mac,
cutting
the Kraft cheese, the
cheese?
American cheese, that's a staple, right? But
No,
little Havarti sometimes, a little maybe white cheddar onto it. So one thing I will never put on my grilled is Swiss. I do not like Swiss cheese. Not a fan.
Interesting.
Yeah, that and blue
I,
cheese.
um,
Not a fan of blue cheese either.
See, I do love blue cheese.
Yeah.
Not on a grilled cheese, not on a grilled cheese, but with some steak, maybe that's pretty tasty. That's pretty tasty. Um, I like to put cheddar on my grilled cheese, a little Parmesan, and then if I have it, some Gouda, and
Okay.
that makes a Gouda sandwich. Um,
I see Sarah's throwing tomatoes into her grilled cheese, which technically
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
makes it not a
Also.
grilled cheese.
yeah,
That's
that's
a
fair.
grilled tomato
Now it's a
sandwich at
grilled
that point.
tomato sandwich with cheese. Still tasty.
Yes.
Still
I
tasty.
put bacon on mine.
Bacon. Well, now it's a grilled bacon
Bacon.
and cheese sandwich.
Yep.
It's not a
Exactly.
grilled
Yep.
cheese. Um,
Close enough.
I was down in New York City, biggest city in the country, by the way, and I saw this food truck, and it was hilarious. It was this big yellow food truck, and it just said grilled cheese on the side, and then in writing it was like grilled cheese like your mom used to make. Kraft singles on Wonder Bread, $1 a piece, no change given. You hand me a
Okay.
5, you're getting 5 of them. You hand me a 20, you're getting 20. You hand me 100, I'm going to stare at you for 30 minutes, and then you're getting 100, right? So I thought that was pretty great. I went up and got a few. I got a few cheeses. Anyway, yeah,
Now I may be having grilled cheese after this. This is making me hungry.
I do love a good grilled cheese sandwich. It's hard to beat with tomato soup.
Yeah. The tomato soup thing, though, that is definitely a wintertime treat to me, in my opinion. I can't do that in the summertime when it's
is.
hot.
It is more appropriate in wintertime, but the beautiful thing about living in the 21st century is it's nice and cool in my house. I can have a grilled cheese and tomato soup. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes. You're just flaunting the superiority of the American thoughtfulness when we built our houses compared to England.
And our power grid. And our power grid.
Fair. Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're just going to take pot shots at our UK friends because Mark's not here to defend them.
Well, they got to show up.
You got to
They gotta
show
show
up.
up.
Exactly.
I don't see Sarah sticking up for them either. They're still a member of the Commonwealth, right?
They're like, how does that work with Canada? Because they're not technically part of the UK.
They are not.
So they're like UK adjacent, but it's like they're the family. They're like, but they don't like their family. So
I mean,
they
who likes their family?
they like kind of want to keep the same name, sort of, but they want to distance themselves.
It's so I just had to look this up. It's on Wikipedia. It's the Commonwealth of Nations, which is often referred to as Commonwealth or simply the Commonwealth, the Pentaverate, an international association of 56 member states. I'm not going to read the list to you, but looking at the map, it includes, of course, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Canada. Looks like some countries on the African continent, South Africa, some other countries on West Africa, Horn of Africa, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, maybe. Anyway, there you go.
I feel like that makes no sense at all.
They're all
It's like-
former British colonies, right? So they maintain some
That
some
makes
alliances. Former British colonies that departed their British colonyship without gunfire. See, if they had done it right, then
If they had done it right, they're
then they could have their own
better.
presidents on their money instead of having the king and queen on their money.
Yeah. Technically, can we call Australia a British colony, or is it a penal colony?
The word colony is still there,
Fair.
Whether it's a grilled cheese or a cheese sandwich, it's still a cheese sandwich.
I cannot argue with this at all. I can't. Mr. Matthew, what has been going on with you? You took some time off.
Much to the disappointment of everyone on the podcast, I am neither Jack Reacher nor the Jackal, as you postulated last week. Although I did appreciate that discussion, and I appreciate that it caused me to look up the Jackal, which I haven't seen in a long time, because I got to relive Bruce Willis with his awesome '90s flat top haircut.
Yep.
Look it up, and
Yes.
you won't regret it. No, what I in fact was doing was my uncle has a cottage on Cuca Lake in upstate New York. And so we had a little mini family reunion. my uncle, my aunt and uncle, my dad and his wife, my brother and sister, my half brother and sister on my dad's side of the family, and their spouses, and my two nephews, and then Katie and our two sons. We all gathered at the cottage, spent a week there. It was a good time. We So the weather was nice. It was nice. It was like warm but not hot, so we could swim in the lake, which is usually it's a cold lake. It's a
Yeah.
New York lake. But the cold lake means no brain-eating amoebas, no alligators, no water moccasins, right? So if you can handle it,
The brain-eating amoeba kind of freaks me out.
it's just yeah, and
Because
the
it's a
flesh-eating
thing.
bacteria
It's not.
that's
It's
that's on the Gulf Coast beaches now. Yeah, stay out of the water or swim in your pool, I guess.
with grilled cheese.
So that was fun.
Grilled
We
cheese.
rented a boat for a couple of days. So I spent a couple of days throwing my kids off of an inner tube, driving around the lake. It was kind of overcast and rainy on our renting a boat day, and so we had the whole lake to ourselves. Nobody else was out boating, but we're like, well, we paid for this boat rental. Let's put our rain jackets on and let's go. So we kind of had the whole lake to ourselves. So that was kind of fun. Yeah, good times.
I just want to
Good
point
times.
out, though,
Yeah.
this also is the perfect cover story for the Jackal.
Um,
Family vacation. Just saying.
Yeah, I suppose so, but there's not a whole lot going on in upstate New York that might require the attention of the Jackal or Jack Reacher, or any of that. But yeah, there we go. It was a good time. It was a good
Awesome.
time. I did find several retirement homes, although not the retirement home that you may have been thinking of, more of like homes that I could possibly retire to.
Again, all topics of conversation. Yes.
And as Lewis pointed out, I did also spend the week working on my beard.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my week.
You have the beard has come in nicely. The jealousy on my end is it cannot be measured at this point. I will never be able to grow a beard like that.
You're just a week. You're just a couple of weeks away, Greg. You're just a couple of weeks and some
No,
good vibes
Chris,
away.
I have tried. I have legitimately given it a try, and what it amounted to was a dirty face.
Okay.
It's just a dirty face.
Yeah. I having recently retired from Uncle Sam's army, I believe it is in the charter that I am required to grow a beard. I'll grow it until either it drives me crazy or Katie tells me I have to get rid of it. We'll see which one happens first.
Let the gray
There
get
we
in a little bit more. You could be Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Just saying.
A little bit
That's
of
some
salt
future-
in the pepper these days.
future
as
role.
They say.
Okay.
That's my story time. That's
I
what
like
happened
it.
this week.
All
Week
right.
at the lake.
Kim, talk
Yes.
to me. What's been going on your neck of the woods?
I can't also grow a beard, so I guess we're both shit out of luck.
Have you tried though, Kim? Have you really
that
tried?
attitude,
Come
young
on.
lady.
Yeah, I did try, but no luck. Wanted to be the first bearded lady in Missouri, but it's just not gonna happen.
Oh, I doubt the first.
Yeah, you're not the first.
Probably not. No insults to bearded ladies everywhere, because I'm sure there are a few. Anyway, it's been pretty quiet around here. Not a whole lot going on. Dad's still getting along well. They're still putting fish scales on his finger, which I did find out they are putting cod skin on his finger, is what it is.
Cod skin.
North Atlantic cod. Yeah. So apparently it's resistant to all sorts of infections, whether that be human or fish type infections. Apparently, I'm assuming because it's fish skin, so they would be worried about like some sort of contamination. But apparently North Atlantic cod does not have this issue. So there you go.
And if it doesn't work, you just lightly batter it, fry it, and serve it with
I
French
was just
fries.
gonna say.
Right?
There you go. Yeah,
Dual
that's
purpose.
Yeah. So anyway, they're continuing to that. Apparently, after his last session, which I think was Thursday, he's getting along really well. They were really tickled with the amount of strength and stuff he's getting back in his left hand. And they were actually kind of impressed with the amount of strength he had in his right hand. And I'm like, well, think about it. I said, your left hand's been screwed up. So obviously you're going to, go to use your right hand to, overcompensate. So
There's so many
Yeah.
jokes right now. I am not going to say about your dad.
I
Tickled
know.
by the strength in his right hand.
Yeah, no, I'm not going there because it's my father. So no. God, no, the therapy bills I would need. Oh God. Ew. Anyway, things are going well. They did
You're
have a
welcome,
little
Kim.
spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna have to have a shot of whiskey after this show just to. Yeah, no. Anyway,
You were going to do that anyway.
probably it'll just have to be a bigger shot this time. But anyway, he had a little spot on the finger that got impaled by the hydraulic hose, and I don't quite understand it. But I would guess the way he put it to me was that they want the skin to grow back smooth. And he had a little bump on there of, I guess, skin growing back. So they took a little acid and melted it down. So that way when it does fully grow back, it's all the same height. I don't know. I guess that it's, it's not all bumpy and weird. So, but anyway, they said it all looked really good. Like I said, the strength in his hands is really good. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. And he's down to 1 therapy session a week. So they all thought that was really good as well. So we'll see how that goes. Other than that, it is Greg's favorite time of the podcast at the first of the month.
Hallelujah.
So, for this month, we have Matt and Everest. You guys can figure out which one's Matt, which one is Everest. I'm not going to tell you, but yeah.
Is that a
Matt
cat
and
or a
Everest.
raccoon?
That is a cat. That is a chunky
Oh, now I see
cat.
it. Now I
Okay.
see
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yep.
But yes, it does look a little bit like a raccoon. So, there you go. And that's
Okay.
it. Oh, and on the grilled cheese debate and tomato soup, somebody called me weird here a while back because I had grilled cheese with chili. Apparently, that was a no-no.
Who
Did I
called
say
you
that?
weird on this podcast?
Nobody on the podcast, just
Oh.
somebody else I knew. I made the comment somewhere that I was having grilled cheese with chili, and they called me strange because they're like, "No, you're supposed to have that with tomato soup."
No,
I'm like,
that-
"Well, chili is tomato soup. It's just got extra shit in it." So
Got beans and stuff. in it.
chili sounds delightful with a grilled cheese, to be
Was
perfectly
the
honest.
was the chili served over rice and then you added the grilled cheese? Because that might be too many carbs.
No,
Otherwise,
there
I
was
think
no
it's
rice.
fine.
No rice. Just grilled
All right.
cheese and chili. So
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, you put cheese on chili anyway, and you normally serve it over rice. So if you have bread instead of rice, go for
thank
it.
you. I feel redeemed now because I'm telling you, I didn't think I was that weird, but they seem to make a big deal out of it. They're like, "You don't have chili
I
soup with
think
grilled
we're
cheese."
going to have a little bit of a debate conversation here.
Oh, all right.
I can honestly say I've never had chili over rice.
Really? Well, what do you serve it with?
I serve my chili in a bowl with
Over
nothing
cornbread,
else with it.
normally.
It's chili. It's
All right.
a cup of chili, and
interesting. All right.
then I have bread. I
I've
dip it
just
into
always
it.
had
Yeah.
I've always had chili, scoop of rice, scoop of chili, cheese on top, hot sauce if you want it.
This might be a thing I have to try out. I'm just saying.
Got to give it a whirl.
All right.
Now, the Cincinnati people, I know they're not here to defend themselves, but they
Yeah.
serve their chili over spaghetti.
Yes, that
And
I have
that's just
had.
weird.
It
That's
is
just
weird, but it works. It's good.
It
I've had
does
it.
work, but it's still weird.
Yeah. In fact, I had chili dogs. Since we're talking about chili, yesterday we went to this place called
Oh,
Beer
hungry.
Garden for lunch. They had chili dogs that they did a homemade bun. It was a really kind of soft bun. They toasted it nicely, and then they had Cincinnati chili on top of it, which I think is the superior chili for a chili dog. You don't need a lot of stuff to it. You just want the meat, the sauce, and then cheese. Perfect. I am
Yeah,
really
that's
hungry
what happens
now.
when I'm out in the sun too long is soft toasted buns. Um,
Oh, all right. Yeah, on that note, maybe we move forward. All right. Kim, you
Yeah.
did note you updated games.
I did. I haven't. I don't think this is going to be all of them. Well, it will be for the PlayStation Plus because I only have so many. But there'll probably be more of the Game Pass. But I've got a few for that too.
Wait, Kim,
So,
hold that thought.
yes.
Hold that
All right.
thought.
Holding it?
Hold. Please hold.
Okay.
Today I feel like playing computer games. Today I feel like playing computer games.
Now you may talk.
now,
All
before
right.
you go, Kim, before you go, we do need to take a minute to recognize Sarah and Lewis, who heard
Yes.
the call in the future on Discord and came to the chat to keep us company. So
Thank
thank you,
God.
Sarah.
Fair.
and
We do
thank you,
have to
Lewis.
recognize them.
Because
Upstanding
otherwise, all this
citizens.
comedy gold would just be going into the ether. Now you make it
Right?
good.
All right. All right, for your PlayStation Plus games for August, we have Dying Light 2 Stay Human Reloaded Edition for the PS5 and PS4. Big Walk and that's WALK, not WOK. Anyway, might be some sort of cooking show for all I know. But anyway, Big Walk for the PS5 and Signalis for the PS4. And we also have a Marvel Token Fighting Souls PlayStation Plus pack. I don't know what's in it, but okay. So, carrying on, for the Game Pass games so far for this month, we have Beast of Reincarnation. That'll be out the 4th. Monsters Are Coming. That'll be out the 6th. Sandustry, out for the PC on the 13th. Grave Seasons on the 14th. And I know I was going to get that wrong. Resonance, A Plague Story Legacy, out on the 27th. And those are your Game Pass games.
Is that the new Plague Tale game, I think?
Yes, it is. It is indeed. Yep.
I'm very curious about this one because it had a very different vibe.
It looked really good.
Yeah.
And there was no gigantic hordes of rats, so I was immediately happy. So, because I can't play the others.
They're going to be in there, Ken. They've got to be. I mean, that's like the glue to the whole series.
Well, you think if it's going to be a plague, if it's called Plague Tale, there's got to be a plague in there somewhere. But I'm hoping it's not a bunch of rats. I hate rats. I just can't.
It's just a swarm of mosquitoes.
Ugh.
Carrying a plague.
I like a swarm of much anything.
Yeah.
Maybe. Anyway. And for your Epic Games, till the 6th of this month, we have, and I don't know what this is, but so I'm just going to spell it out, OTXO and Sol Sesto for your Epic Games for this week. So, there you are.
Okay. There you are.
Yeah. There you are.
Who do we want to start with? I'm going to start with Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew, what have you been playing this past week?
Let's see. Well, this past week I was at the lake, so not much. However,
fair.
In the weeks prior, when I was not available for the podcast, I did quite a bit of gaming. I have continued Forza Horizon 6. I put almost there in the show notes because I think this week's season will give me enough points to get the history car, which is like 500 season points or whatever. So I'm almost there. Windrose, slightly just before departing for the lake, my friends and I that have been playing Windrose, we gathered together and we defeated the final boss that is currently in existence in the early access of Windrose. So looking forward to some more content. That was a funny game, a fun game. The switch between the land and the sea battles, the co-op aspect of it, it's been a lot of fun. And then I just started this weekend a new to me game anyway called Icarus, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And I'm going to look the game up because I want to see when it came out. Icarus
4 years
was
ago,
released 5 years ago, almost December 2021. So Icarus is kind of a co-op survival game where you drop into a map. You work for a company that is harvesting resources from distant planets, and so you're a prospector and you drop into a prospect. But as you do that, there are some strangely Earth-like animals about, and you can harvest them for resources, harvest plants and grow plants to build tools and make food. So it's a little odd that you drop in this pod from space, and then you pop out and make stone tools. Like why didn't I bring something with me from space?
Right.
But there you have it. It's a fun. The pace is kind of slow. You definitely have to be deliberate about it, because as you get farther from the starting area, the enemies level up pretty quickly, and can kill you pretty quickly. And if you die, you drop everything, and go back to some random spawn close to where you started, unless you've set a spawn point with a bed, kind of like in Minecraft.
Can you retrieve your stuff if you fall and you die?
You can, if you can get back to it. right?
Yeah.
But depending upon how far you are from where you started, it might take a while to get back there. What's made it kind of funny is the same group of people that I was playing Windrose with. We're playing this Icarus game now. And when they set up the server, they set the starting point in like a high level area of the map.
No.
And so we're starting to get quest
Uh-oh.
markers all the way on the other side of the map. And everybody's like, why is the quest marker all the way over there? And then somebody finally figured out like, oh, we were supposed to start over there. We're playing the game backwards. So it's like an hour long walk to get from where we were to where we're supposed to be. And you have to eat, and you have to get oxygen, and you have to get water. So it's not like just walk. So that's what it sounds I'm sure I'm making it sound like an absolutely boring game. But what I'm working on right now is the slow process of making my way from where I am to where I'm supposed to be, basically by gathering resources, making little camps, replenishing my food, oxygen, and water, and then moving a little farther, and then doing it again. So anyway, interesting game. Not too expensive, if I remember. We picked it up on a sale. But yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I think I'm going to pick up James Bond here soon, because everybody seems to be having fun with that one. And I, like Sarah has mentioned, I'm kind of craving a linear adventure as opposed to all this open worldness.
It definitely is going to give you that. I can
Yeah.
say without hesitation that James Bond, it is a story driven linear experience. Within some of the combat elements, you get that Hitman kind of vibe of being able to go about things differently, or you have options on how you want to tackle something. So yeah, I think that'll be a good palate cleanse for you, if you will.
Sweet.
Okay. All right.
That's me.
Sweet. Okay. Easy peasy. Kim,
Mm-hmm.
what's been going on with you?
Yeah, just, not a whole lot. I'm still playing Forza Horizon 6. Drag racing has still got me in a chokehold, as a matter of fact, this week. I actually had to go back to racing just so I could make more bank, so I could spend it on my drag cars, because I guess that's how it works.
That's how
As
it
a matter of
works.
fact, after the
That is how
show,
it
I may
works,
get a hold of Boomer and be like, you want to play some drag racing? Other than that, I needed to finish up my 4-pack on our rewards deal, because on for the Game Pass rewards, or just the rewards, they have these deals where you play a certain amount of Game Pass games and they give you points for it. Well, I needed a fourth one for my 4-pack to get the points for that, and I fired up Doom Dark Ages. Why? It was there, for one, and two, I've never actually played a Doom game.
Okay.
I remember we had it on like the Super Nintendo. My brothers played the hell out of it, but at the time it was not something. I watched them play it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll pass. But then they did during the Summer Game Fest. They did the deal for the, I don't know, what is it? Just, I think it's DLC for it or something like that. And I'm like, okay, well maybe I'll give it a shot. So I fired it up the other day, and I don't know, I must have liked it, because I swear I think I played it for half an hour, and I looked up at the clock, only intending to play it for like 15 minutes or something, and I clock and like 40 minutes had passed. And I'm like, oh, all right, well, maybe I like this more than I thought. And if you've played Doom, you pretty much know what's going on here. You go through and you kill a bunch of demons and hit different checkpoints, and you get weapons upgrades and that sort of thing. Yes, there's also demons. Yes, at least I hope. I don't know. I've been killing the shit out of something. I assume it's demons. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's one of those games you could probably, like I said, you can hop on, play it for 20 minutes, and hop back off, and you're not gonna miss anything, or it's not it's not the end of the world if you have to stop somewhere. I don't know, maybe it is, but yeah, it's all right.
This game had a little more like story exposition within it, maybe even cutscenes, that kind of thing.
They do. It does. I haven't quite figured it all out yet, but you get called. Well, I call him Doom Guy. Gets called in from this other group of people. I'm assuming they're trying to save, because you get sent down into this village that's being wiped out by demons. The demons are looking for something. I didn't quite catch what kind of weapon they're looking for, but anyway, they're looking for something. And this other team that called you in are sent in to protect this little settlement. Well, obviously they're doing a shit job of it, because the demons are just annihilating everyone. So they call you in, and you have to go in and clean up the mess. I don't know any more about it than that. Like I said, I only played 40 minutes, and there wasn't very many cutscenes in between there in my demon slaughter, but it was nice. And surprisingly, for somebody who likes my shotgun, I did not use the shotgun a whole lot. They give you this like power glove thing that's got 3 charges on it, and I spent a whole hell of a lot of time meleeing with that thing because when you kill a demon or demons, they also drop down the charges for whatever it is you're using, and they drop down ammo and pickups, that sort of thing.
Right.
So I ended up punching quite a few demons, and then they give you, of course, you've got the shield. So I did a lot of shield bashing with that too, and I don't know, I just laughed maniacally whenever I did it. So, you know, it was bad enough. I kept trying to pick up shotgun ammo, and it wouldn't pick up, and I'm like, why? And then I think to myself, oh yeah, dumbass, you barely used it because you're just punching the shit out of things. So anyway, Doom Dark Ages, it seems fun. Like I said, it's one of the things you can pick up and play for 20 minutes and put it back down and go do something else. So, I don't know, I'll probably stick with it and play it. Kind of like I do with Vampire Crawlers. You know, pick it up, play it 20 minutes, and then walk away and go do something else.
It
Because
seems like a
honestly,
game
story-wise...
you could kind of do that. Just pick up and play.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, because I mean, for story-wise, so far, as you could tell by my rather stunning, description of what the story is, I have no clue, other than they drop you down in this village and you're trying to kill all these demons. Because from what I gathered from the tiny settlement, they pretty much had already killed everyone, so I'm not sure, I'm not sure
What
any
is
more
it
than
you're
that.
saving? Yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah, other than, like I said, the demons are apparently looking for this magical MacGuffin, and I'm guessing we're supposed to find it before they do. So,
Okay.
I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. There's probably more to the story than that, but so far, from what I played, that's all I've got so far. Let's see. Other than that, because I didn't do Vampire Crawlers this week, or Divinity. I need to get back there, or, Baldur's Gate is still back there hanging in the wind. But I did pick up Dispatch this week. I haven't played it yet, but I did pick it up, so I'm excited to get started on that one. So we'll see how
For
that
a
goes.
moment,
Maybe
I
get that done
thought
this week.
I was like watching you say that, and I'm like, she's gonna say Arc Raiders, and then
No,
you said Dispatch.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, no Arc Raiders. Although Mistfall Hunter did come out this past week, and it's kind of Arc Raider-ish, so I'm kind of excited to see how that one goes. So it is an extraction game.
Yeah,
So
we'll see.
yeah. So that's it for me.
Okay. All right. So Lewis in the chat, he and I got a little gaming in earlier in the week, very briefly, and then Arc Raiders kind of took a gaming in period took a hiatus for a couple of days, and then
Right.
I fired up Halo Combat Evolved, and this is the remake that they just launched out, and I was curious.
Remake,
Yeah, the remake. Yes,
Yeah.
the remake of the remake.
remaster, reloaded again.
Drives me nuts.
Yeah.
And I'm pulling up some video of it.
Mhm.
It's weird. I don't know how to feel about it because
Mhm.
it feels good,
Right.
but it does not necessarily feel like Halo to me, like the original Halo. And I don't know if that's a knock or a plus, because maybe it's a plus because I was not a big fan of the original Halo's combat set, of the actual mechanics of combat. Back in the day, you had the left trigger. You would use that to throw grenades, and that's all gone, which I'm totally okay with. The game has kind of the pacing to it feels a little weird. It's very smooth, and I know that it shouldn't be a bad thing. I'm not trying to make it sound like a bad thing, but in a weird way, it is throwing me off a little. I do like that they've added in some additional cutscenes and like the opening intro section of the game. It plays out very similar to the original, but they have added a few new things to it. I do question a little bit on the AI that's behind the Covenant, because they seem overtly easy to kill. And maybe it's just because I'm playing it on normal, but the difficulty level of this compared to playing it in the past, I feel like this seems easier. So like the grunts, they're the grunts, right? But the Sangheili, they just don't feel as difficult to deal with right now, and so I'm curious, and it just very well may be the the difficulty spike that I'm choosing to just play it on normal, not on extra hard or anything. I did also try playing this in third person. When you play this game, if you want to check that out, there's a skull literally in the bridge where you get the orders from Captain Keyes to go and kind of help evacuate the ship. You just stay in the bridge and you go to the front. There's a couple pilots that are in seats below you. You jump down into where they're at, and there's a skull sitting behind them. And that's the skull for third person view. And then it took me forever to figure out you had to restart the whole mission with the third person skull active. You can't just activate it mid mission. Third person feels weird. I will just say that. I kind of wish it felt better, but it just doesn't. This game is a first person game, and it should be played in first person, at least from my perspective. It looks great. It like I said, it runs really well. It just, there's something about it that feels slightly different from how I remember Halo. I'm still not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know that I'm probably just going to play the special missions that they added. They added 3 new missions to this game. I'll check those out. Outside of playing that first mission, nothing else really to say about it. And that's me.
That's you.
That is me. Done. Mr. Matthew.
Mr. DeLacy.
You know what time it is.
All right, now everybody get settled. Get away from the windows. Now look, good. It's time for the quiz. Yeah, you know what? Oh, too bad. Tough.
All right, well, we do have a quiz this week. Special edition quiz courtesy of Mr. Robin Tate, longtime once and future co-host of the show. And now the lead at Bongo Racing. Check him out, Sim Racing League, Bongo Racing. Here we go. Quiz. This is not a Metacritic quiz. 3 questions, multiple choice, and we'll just do 1 point per answer, and we'll see how it goes. Question 1. Master Chief's real face is one of gaming's best-kept secrets. Across the main Halo games, how many times do you actually get a clear look at Master Chief's face? Is it A, once, B, twice, C, never, and D, every time he removes his helmet in co-op? I just flipped a coin in my head, and Greg gets to go first.
So I believe that answer is never. At least I know originally Bungie stated the reason why you never saw his face, the reason why they always kept you behind that, is because they wanted you to envision yourself as Master Chief, and so seeing another character's face would break that illusion. There are cutscenes where you see Master Chief, like his back, loading into armor, but I don't think you ever see his face. The only time you've ever seen Master Chief's face was in the horribly, horribly produced television series.
Horribly
Yeah,
produced?
I was going to say.
Well, maybe horribly written. I don't know. There were
that
issues
bad?
with that show. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I from a purist standpoint, it definitely is not something that went over well.
All right.
All right. I was going to say C,
what do you say?
So I say C.
You say what?
Because I was going to say C. Yeah, because I was pretty
Brandon's
sure you
also
never saw
gonna
his
say
face.
C?
Yes.
Well, you're both right. In the video games, you never see Master Chief's face. This was established, I think, at the end of the very first game when he finally takes his helmet off aboard the Pelican, but then the piece of the windscreen gets in the way, so you can't see his face. Yep, nope,
Right.
we don't get to see the Master Chief's face unless we watch the television show, in which case we even get to see the Master Chief's cheeks.
Yes.
So there you go.
We see a lot of the Master Chief.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Never mind. Crisis averted. Question number 2. In Forza Horizon, of which there have now been 6, which Forza Horizon title lets you launch a fully grown sheep several feet into the air if you drive into it? Is it Forza Horizon, Forza Horizon 2, Forza Horizon 4, or all of the Forza Horizon entries? Kim, you get to go first this time.
All right. I'm gonna say it's Forza Horizon 4, but that's
Kim
just my guess.
says Forza Horizon 4. What does Greg say?
Not to be samey, but I think Kim is right, because I think that's the one that's in the UK. I could be totally wrong, and for whatever reason,
Forza Horizon 4 is set in the UK. However,
Yeah.
the UK is not the only place in the world that has sheep.
no,
Greg.
but I feel like it was a staple of kind of what they built into the game. So I'm gonna go with
Forza
4.
Horizon 3 was in Colorado, home of the bighorn sheep. I feel confident that there's some sheep in Mexico where Forza Horizon 5 is set. Don't really associate sheep with Japan. But you are correct. It was Forza Horizon 4. All
I'll
tied
be
up.
darned.
Okay,
All tied up going into
there we go, Kim,
round 3.
Mhm.
for all the marbles.
So, in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, on the Xbox 360, one guard became an internet legend after saying a line so often it became a meme. Which line was it? Was it A, you have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people? Was it B, stop right there, criminal scum? Was it C, I used to be an adventurer like you? Or was it D, another settlement needs your help? Greg, you get to round out with choice numero uno. What was the meme from Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion? Let me know if you need me to repeat any of the choices.
Yeah, actually, could you go back through them, please? I had something in my mind that is no longer an option.
Was it A, you have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people? B, stop right there, criminal scum? C, I used to be an adventurer like you? Or D, another settlement needs your help?
So to become a meme, I don't know the answer to this off the top of my head. I feel like I have to rule out the last two because they just don't feel like they're meme worthy. So I think I'm gonna go B. Stop criminal scum.
All right.
Yeah. B.
What do you think, Kim?
I'm gonna go with B, only because I know where C is from, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't that. But I mean, I played enough Skyrim.
All right. Kim says B. Once again, a tie. 3 for 3 for both of you. Well done. It was in fact B. Stop right there, criminal scum. C was in fact. I think this may predate the concept of a meme, since this released all the way back in 2004. However, C, I used to be an adventurer like you until I took an arrow from the knee, was the meme-worthy quote from Elder Scrolls V Skyrim.
Yes.
And another settlement needs your help was the meme-worthy quote from none other than Preston. What was Preston's last name? Garvey in Fallout 4. So all of them meme-worthy. Well, 3 out of the 4. But there you have it. I have not prepared a tiebreaker, so I'm going to award you both the win this week. Congratulations.
Well done, Kim. Well
Tune
done.
in next week.
Well done, Greg.
We may have a Robin quiz. We may have a Metacritic Madness quiz. We may have both. You just never know.
You never know.
So there you go. Well done. Thank you, Robin, for contributing that quiz. A fair bit of effort went into putting that together, and it was a pleasure for an Elder Scrolls and Forza Horizon fan like myself to read through, and we had some fun. So there
I
you
would
have
also like to
That's the quiz.
praise Lewis for correctly, deducing that this was not a Metacritic quiz.
Does not sound like Metacritic.
No, this does not sound like Metacritic Madness.
It
is not.
Okay, well.
Mhm.
Here is the fucking news.
So a little bit of news. Remember the whole Xbox price increase thing? It has happened.
Unfortunately.
I do remember it.
Yeah. Starting August 1st, prices went up for the Series X and Series S consoles. However, the Xbox console price increase in Europe and the UK was finally revealed, with the Series X now costing £200 more. So this was, of course, confirmed back in June that the price increase would be happening. At the time, however, it only opted to share the US price increases, and they did not let us know what the UK and Europe price increases would look like. Now that the price increase has gone into play, of course, it's all been fully revealed. So the price hike for Europe is €200 for the 1 terabyte model and €150 for the 512 gigabyte model. I am assuming that's just kind of across the board and similarly translates out to the British pound sterling. I don't know for a fact. Fun fact, didn't clip that part of the article. I've left that part out. So I don't know what it costs in the UK.
Oh, no.
Yes, but let's just be honest. It is expensive. It's not where we want to be with our consoles. The prices should be going down. We all know this. And instead, they've been going up, which is driving all of us a little crazy. Speaking of driving us a little crazy, EA continually does things that I think drive some of us a little bit crazy. The EA now says the regulatory approvals are in place for its Saudi PIF acquisition. And then those approvals have been obtained. So EA confirmed in September 2025 that it was being acquired by a group of private investors, including Saudi Arabia's Sovereign Wealth Fund, PIF, in the deal valuing the company around $55 billion. Now in an SEC filing published Thursday, EA says the deal has passed regulatory scrutiny and can now go ahead, which it expects will happen next week. By the way, kind of crazy that EA, and I think of EA as a massive publisher, less than, at this point, than Activision. I just, in my head, Activision would not be as big as EA, but the value is definitely not the same. As of July 23rd, all regulatory approvals required to complete the merger have been obtained. And so the expected merger to close around August 4th. So in just a couple days, EA will no longer really be the EA we knew. How do you guys feel about like foreign investors in this kind of scenario taking over a company like that? I guess it's par for the course in technology, but it's not been something that we've really seen in the gaming front.
I think it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I'm not a super fan of it. I don't like the idea of those. I mean, probably a lot of those jobs were heading overseas anyway. I'm not a super fan of PIF to begin with. So yeah, I'm not real happy about that. I mean, Electronic Arts was kind of circling the drain anyway.
Right.
But see what happens.
Yeah. It'll be interesting, as Kim noted, I wonder if there's going to be kind of a thumb, if you will, pressing down to have certain things done or certain games made or not made. Or does EA just continue to, be EA and they leave them alone? I have a hard time believing that.
Right.
Yeah.
I do too.
All right. Well, speaking of things that we had a hard time believing, but it is here. So, of course, we know Sony, the company, announced that physical game discs will be discontinued for the PlayStation consoles in January of 2028, much to the happiness of Lewis in our chat. And that is definitely not the case. He's quite not happy with that. Now, during a Q&A session following its Q1 2026 earnings announcement, Sony's CFO, Lin Tao, has addressed the situation, stating that Sony has been giving the decision to go digitally only some thought for a while before announcing it, and that it doesn't plan to change its mind. We announced that from January 2028 onwards, we will no longer be manufacturing game discs. So we announced it 1.5 years ahead. There are various reasons we made this decision. The biggest being that digitalization, hard for me to say, of contents overall has been progressing. That's the big factor. It's not just for PlayStation, but for all kinds of content. Digitalization is progressing. To this decision, we have received various opinions and people have strong views, and we understand that the community has put forward those views to us. Games are loved by many. It's a form of entertainment that's loved by people, and it's connected to people's fond memories in many cases, and so we understand those emotions. We want to consider that, and in the future digital ecosystem, how do we engage the gamers is something that we would like to continue to explore. It's a lot of talk to say we ain't changing.
Right.
This move is not going to be reversed. I mean, Chris, I don't think we got your opinion on it. I mean, I don't think you do a lot of physical games, if at all.
No, I really don't. So I think this is just I know there's a lot of pushback against it. I think it's just the wave of the future. You look at all other media, right? You don't go to the record store anymore. Blockbuster's dead, right? I just feel like video games are going to have to go the same way, especially when they're so huge, right? Like I think I've seen Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to come in like 500 gigabytes, right? There's no optical media that can hold that. I guess they could give you a memory stick in the case that would have the game on it. So yeah, I'm not a, I do miss the old days of going to the record. I'm not the record store. I'm not quite that old, but going to the CD store and flipping through the racks of CDs to see if anything was interesting, or walking the aisles at Blockbuster. Like there was something tactile to that. But I think this is just the way things are progressing. And like Mark said last week, you can't. My PC case doesn't even have a place to put an optical drive, right? If I wanted an optical drive on my PC, I'd have to get a USB one.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely, I think we all kind of agree the future is the all digital, but I think maybe the bigger question that we need to be really addressing now, especially now that we see this company moving forward with this, and probably worthy of a conversation across other forms of entertainment, is digital rights. What that looks like. What is digital rights? What does that mean when we're being asked to buy these games with the quote unquote air quotes of purchase them? What are our rights to that ownership? I feel like the ownership of digital media has to get addressed in a more specific way than it is right now. It's just too broad. And I'm sorry, I do have issues when a company, and Sony just did this, where they lose their licensing deal with some company for music, and they literally go through and I think it was music, it might have been video actually, now that I think about it, but they literally wipe clean hundreds of movies from their catalog, and also remove them from your ability to watch them. That is a big issue in my mind. That's where this becomes problematic. And I understand also, just because you have the disc doesn't mean you would still be able to necessarily play it, based on how they set things up. But at some point, there needs to be some consumer rights taken into consideration here. These companies can't just be saying, you just get a license. I
Right.
understand there's some terms of agreement that we, do to use their systems, but, it'd be like Ford saying, oh, you know what? We decided we're not going to make this vehicle anymore and we don't want to support it. So we're going to come and repossess your car because we're no longer going to make parts for it.
Right.
So, I don't know. I see Kim nodding. Chris, any thoughts as well or no? Yeah.
I shared my thoughts. I mean, I agree. Like some better, more clear explanation of how long we can expect that license to be good for. But I'm not going to hold my breath.
Yeah, fair. All right. And last but not least, and this is slightly sad news. Not slightly, it is sad news, but basically Double Fine had to lay off 23 of its staff after going independent. And so obviously, them being released from Microsoft and being allowed to go independent, we all saw this as a huge positive for the company, that they were able to kind of stay afloat and keep going. But then the realization kind of hit once they were on their own. They had to really look at what they were producing and how could they survive. And so even they came to a conclusion, even though they were independent now, that they still needed to cut some staff away because they, their books weren't showing that they could maintain what they had. And so, within the quotes here from Double Fine, as a small, tiny knit team, these actions are not taken lightly. Only the survival of our studio would ever make us consider such a painful action. Our transition to become an independent company also means becoming a size that we can sustain. The people we are losing were all important. They all made an impact on our games and culture, and they will be missed. We are committed to supporting each affected person as best as we can, and we thank them for their hard work and commitment to the creative spirit we cherish here at Double Fine. That's a harsh reality, but this also just kind of goes back to a little bit of the mismanagement of those Xbox studios, of like allowing these studios to kind of just really not produce. I would love for there to be a deep dive like documentary on this whole situation to someday kind of come out, just to get the inside baseball kind of look at what was going on within Microsoft and Xbox, to make these tough choices, but then also some of the realities behind those tough choices. And I think this is kind of a reflection of that. Double Fine really wasn't doing enough to be sustainable with the size of studio they had. They should have been trimmed down probably years back. Anyway, I digress. Okay.
You digress.
Kim.
Yes.
Let's talk some new releases with no music, Kim. No music.
All right. Your new releases for this week are Beast of Reincarnation for the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on the 4th, also coming to Game Pass. Big Walk for the PS5, Switch 2, and PC on August 4th. Fields of Mystria for the PC on August 5th. Gunstoppable for the Xbox Series X and S and PC on the 5th. I wonder what that one is. Cappy Castaway, which I can almost guarantee you is about a capybara. I'll bet you. But it'll be on the PC on August 6th. Lies of P Complete Edition for the Switch 2 on the 6th as well. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls for the PS5 and PC on August 6th. Pigeon, A Love Story. I shit you not. Pigeon, A Love Story for the PC, iOS, and Android on August 6th. I bet that's about a pigeon and a love story. Restory on the PC, August 6th. And last but not least, we have Sovereign Tower for the PC, also on the 6th. And those are your new releases.
Kim, I applaud you on your mastery of the obvious. It is well done. Well done.
It is a skill, what can I tell you?
It is a skill. Mr. Matthew, speaking of skills, we're at that point. We should give a little bit extra love back into our chat, but also talk about some play dates if people want to hang out and play games with us.
I like how you segued that. Speaking of skills, play and skills, Mr. Lewis, and RG. Excuse me, I get this wrong every time. RCGC. Sarah, thank you for being in the chat, hanging out with us, so that we're not just talking to ourselves. If you want to play games with us, well, Tuesdays and Thursdays you can play Arc Raiders with Greg, or you can maybe we can find something else to play soon. New Halo game that Greg doesn't like very much.
It doesn't have multiplayer,
Lewis.
although it does have co-op.
It does. Lewis would like us to nay last week's releases. I'm not really. Now watch me whip. Watch me nay. Is that what I don't know if that's what he wants.
I don't know. I can't
explain
do
that to us on Tuesday or Thursday, Lewis.
Yeah.
Friday, it sounds like we might finally get a Forza Horizon 6 caravan together. We shall see. Check it out in the Discord. He did correct it to name last week's new releases.
I prefer nay.
Nay. What I'm going to say, Lewis, is go to YouTube and watch last week's show, and you'll see last week's new releases. Job
There you
done.
go.
We record it for this very reason. On the internet, in archival, for all posterity. It's going to be part of the dungeon crawl whenever the Federation comes to Harvest Star Planet. Okay. If you have any gripes about last week's releases, or whether you would like to whip them or nay them or name them, you can email us about it at ocpodcast@gmail.com. Also, Greg, Lewis would like to hope on ARC, which means I guess you're not doing very well and you're just going to hope for better luck. So go for it. You can tweet us about Arc Raiders at OC_podcast.com. Leave us a review at Podbean or iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts, even on YouTube. Come join the future. Come join our Discord. And since I'm already talking, I'm going to shout out lakes. I'm going to shout out Vino because the Finger Lakes of New York are New York wine country. So we did enjoy some of that. I'm going to shout out Pirates because I just finished Windrose and it was a great time. I'm going to shout out you clowns because it's good to be back. And to see if she can get herself under control, I'm going to pass it over to Kim.
God, good luck. Oh dear. Lord have mercy. I do love doing this show. I think that's why I've been around for so damn long. Which I honestly didn't realize I'd have been on this show for as long as I had been until I got to trolling our YouTube page and saw how far back I went in the videos. And I saw the wood paneling behind me and I'm like, holy shit. I've been on here for far longer than I thought. And you haven't gotten rid of me yet. Holy crap. Anyway, I want to shout out you guys. Anyway, I want to shout out you guys because it's always fun to come on here. Obviously, Jeebity Christmas. I'm going to shout out the chat because thank God somebody showed up today because no one showed up last week and we were just talking to ourselves. And the crickets and the tumbleweeds. Other than that, I hope everybody has a good week this week. If we can get a Forza convoy together, I'm looking forward to it. I'd like to do some drag racing if we can do it. Other than that, I guess I'll pass you over to Greg. Greg, take it away.
Shout out to Sarah. Shout out to Lewis for catching strays in the chat. But I also look to hope for Arc Raiders. I hope many things when it comes to Arc Raiders. I hope someday Kim will buy Arc Raiders. I hope that I will successfully extract from Arc Raiders because it's been tough. It's been tough sledding the past couple missions. Yeah, nothing like starting over. You forget your gear is crap, and yeah. Let's see what else. Shout out to Apple Z, fantastic band from last night. Shout out to grilled cheese sandwiches and my wife making them at 12:30 at night. What else? Shout out to the Pirate's Punch, which is Swabby's version of a Mai Tai. Mai Tais they're so good and so dangerous. Yeah. Shout out to the NFL. Welcome back. I'm excited for football to be here. Love seeing Travis Kelce and his fat dad bod. Looks like Taylor Swift is having an impact in a positive way for the rest of the NFL. No, you got to admit, Kim, there's that picture of him. I don't know if you've seen it, but he's walking out and it's like, holy, he looked, it might be a bad angle. I'll give him that. It might be a bad angle. But man, he looked like he was hitting the buffet table a few too many times.
I know, because it kills me, because everybody else is saying they can't believe how good he looked, and I'm looking at it going, are we looking at the same person, or, I'm confused slightly.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, maybe we're embracing the dad bod now. I don't know. But,
hey, I embraced the dad bod many, many years ago. And then my wife told me, no, you cannot embrace the dad bod. I fought with her over this many, many years. I feel like I'm winning that fight. But yeah.
There you go.
All right, that's it. We're done. Get out of here, people. Go enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Thank you for listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.